late model sportsman drivers from around New England and Canada. Among others on pit road tonight who will be running, Joe Bessie, along with Kelly Moore, and a host of others that I'm sure you'll be glad to see back here at the Beech Ridge Motor Speedway. We'll tell you more about them as the evening goes on. Once again, folks still arriving, so please make room for those fans who are still coming in. Great night for the great sport of auto racing. Once again, 12-lap qualifier heat number 1. 5 to qualify. Top 3 to the semi. Pace car makes its way onto the infield pit road. Scott Watts. Harmon Diva Dragon will bring the field to turn 4. Flagman says pick it up just a little bit. Out of turn 4, green is out. Dragon by a fender down into turn 1. Scott Watts draws it even out of turn 2. They go side by side down to turn 3. Dragon by a fender. Here comes Watts back, and he'll take it over at turn 4. Scott Watts will bring him down for lap number 1. Scott Watts, a regular here at the Beech Ridge Motor Speedway. Harmon Beaver Dragon, of course, longtime veteran. Dragon going to try to take it over at turn 3. Dragon by a half a car length out of turn 4. Your new leader, Beaver Dragon. Watts settles in a second. Jeff Taylor comes to third. Donald Forte goes fourth, and Billy Penfold in that 5th place position. 5 to qualify. Number 20 gets a little sideways. Kenny Wright does a nice job of straightening the car out. On the move now, the number 5. Pete Rondo, the 17 of Tracy Gordon, trying to get up into that top 5. Order in the top 5 remains the same. On the move, Bob Randall in the number 91. He has come from the back row. Jeff Taylor now taking a look to the outside of Scott Watts. Taylor on the move in the number 83. Taylor up to challenge for that runner-up position at the halfway point. 6 down, 6 to go. Here comes Jeff Taylor now. Up to the outside of Dragon. They go side by side into turn 4. Come out of turn 4, new leader, Jeff Taylor. Number 83 out of Farmington, Maine, with a fine run as he shows the strength of the number 83 here in heat number 1. At the point, Jeff Taylor. Remember, top 3 will go to the semi-feature. Donald Forte now looking for room beneath the F80, trying to take over that top 3 positions. Tom Quinney sideways out of turn number 4, Hester back out of it, and with it he will find himself in the back row. Starter indicates just 2 laps to go. Jeff Taylor with a comfortable lead. Viva Dragon in second. The battle is for third. Don Forte in the number 42, taking it over from the low side. The F80 goes fourth. Billy Penfold dives beneath for the 4th position. They are in the last lap. White flag is in the air. Jeff Taylor making heat number 1 look easy as he sees the checkers fly. Taylor grabs heat number 1, followed by Beaver Dragon, Don Forte. The 0 of Billy Penfold, and it looked like the F80 of Scott Watts in that 5th place position. And Kelly Moore making his return to the Beech Ridge Motor Speedway. He was the driver who had the distinction of winning the first ever late model sportsman feature event here on the paved Beech Ridge Motor Speedway when it transferred from a dirt track in 1985 to a paved track in 1986. You also have the defending champion here of the American Canadian Tour, Junior Hanley, one of the very best in the nation in the late model ranks, already has captured 4 of the 7 tour events. Flagman looks him over. He is satisfied that things are ready. Pace car makes its way onto the infield pit road. Kevin LePage, Bob Coburn. Flagman says pick it up just a little bit. Out of turn 4, green is out. Kevin LePage will lead him down into turn number 1. Here comes McCallum up to challenge on the low side. Cars tangle in turn 2. They get it sorted out. Top 5 have broken away. Here comes McCallum up the inside to challenge for that second place position. Also on the move on the low side, Larry Jelinas gets to the low side of the number 92 and takes over position number 4. Jelinas in the 37 in his rookie year has already grabbed a late model sportsman feature event. Top 2 trying to break away just a little bit. Kevin LePage shows the way. Jim McCallum in the second place position. Bob Coburn goes third. Larry Jelinas looks for room beneath the number 51 for third place. Larry Jelinas trying to get into the semi by grabbing position number 3. Also on the move, Kelly Moore in the number 32. Larry Jelinas will take over that third place position as he gets beneath the number 51 of Coburn. And he brings Kelly Moore with him up the inside. Moore up to position number 4. Danny Nolan, the number 6, looking to get into that top 5. Starter indicates it will be the halfway point when they cross the stripe this time. 6 down and 6 to go. Kevin LePage stretching it out just a bit now on Jim McCallum. Oh, we have a right front wheel off the Rick Fournette number 54, and that will bring the caution flag to prevail. Rick Fournette, a late model sportsman regular here at the Beech Ridge Motor Speedway, always a hard charger with mechanical failure here in his qualifier. They say Coke really is it. And it's a pleasure to have the good folks from the Coca-Cola bottling plant in South Portland with us tonight. Right now, we're ready to get it back to green flag racing, 6 laps down. They're single file as they come to turn number 4. Kevin LePage will see the green come down. Kevin LePage shows the way. Jim McCallum is to second. Larry Jelinas goes to third. Kelly Moore is 4th. The battle is for 5th. Danny Knoll in the number 6 to the low side of Bob Wynn, looking to grab that last qualifying position. Still looking to get into the qualifying is the defending champion in the number 72, Junior Hanley. Hanley looks for room beneath the number 6 down the backstretch into turn number 3. Couldn't find it. Dives to the low side of the number 6 once again. They trade a little penny. And Junior Hanley muscling his way under the number 6 of Danny Knoll, and now Hanley is into the top 5. Also on the move, Derek Lynch in the number 15. He has come from the last starting position. Top 4 remain the same. Junior Hanley holding down position number 5. Starter indicates just 2 laps to go. Junior Hanley on the move. He looks to gain a position, dives to the low side of the 32 of Kelly Moore. Junior Hanley now to position number 4 as the white flag flies. Hanley will try to rein in one more, but time may very well run out before he's able to do that. As they exit turn 4, checkered flag is out. Kevin LePage will capture heat number 2, followed by Jim McCallum, Larry Jelinas, Junior Hanley, and Kelly Moore. We certainly have it here tonight. 52 late model sportsmen, some of the very best that northeastern United States and Canada has to offer right here at the Beech Ridge Motor Speedway. Great concept in this American-Canadian tour. And great to have a couple of hometown boys who have certainly made good in the great sport of auto racing return to their hometown track. And sitting on that back row by himself, Joe Bessie, getting his first opportunity to run back here at the Beech Ridge Motor Speedway in 1993. Pace car will make its way onto the infield pit road. Matt Bozowski, John Pippin Jr. will bring the field to turn 4. Green is out. Matt Bozowski gets sideways, has to back right out of it. John Pippin will take it over. Several cars sideways. Drivers do a nice job of sorting them out. Your leader, John Pippin. Young Mike Mayetta goes to second. Here comes Mike Rowe to the outside of Matt Bozowski. Mike Rowe diving into position number 3. Bozowski gets sideways once again, straightens the car back out. He has position 4. The battle is for the 5th place position. Mike Johnson on the low side in the number 30. Battling with the number 88, Steve Knowlton. Once again, the 33 gets sideways. Mike Johnson has to get into the brakes hard, and with it, he loses a couple of positions. Mike Rowe now takes a look to the outside of the number 3. Decides better of it. Once again, John Pippin, young Mike Mayetta, Mike Rowe, Steve Knowlton, your top 4. Then Matt Bozowski. Here comes Mike Johnson. Dirt tracking it out of the 4th turn. Trying to set up the 33 to make a bid for that 5th place position. Right now, the defending champion here sits 1 position out of qualifying. That's Mike Johnson in the number 30. You'll notice some number changes. Regular number on the Mike Johnson car is, of course, 33. It has been repainted to 30 tonight. Paul Johnson's 35 has been repainted to 05. We are at the halfway point. 6 down, 6 to go. It continues to be John Pippin with a strong run at the front. Young Mike Mayetta, Mike Rowe, Steve Knowlton. Here comes Mike Johnson now. He's up to the outside of Matt Bozowski. They go wheel to wheel for that last qualifying position. Get some plastic off the right side of one of the cars. Continues to be a battle for that 5th place position. Mike Johnson on the move now. He has made his way out and around the 33. Will now try to set up to the outside of the number 88 of Steve Knowlton. Mike Johnson on the move. They are working lap number 10. Starter indicates it will be 2 to go when they cross the stripe this time. Mike Johnson has worked his way into a qualifying position, and he will try to better it now as he works to the outside of Knowlton in the number 88. White flag is out. Mike Johnson on the move, trying desperately to get up into that top 3. Takes a look now to the outside of Mike Rowe in the number 12. Keep your eyes on the number 30, Mike Johnson on the move. Will he have time? Here he comes to the outside of Rowe. Checkered flag in the air. Not time enough. John Pippin, young Mike Mayetta, Mike Rowe, Mike Johnson, and Steve Knowlton, your top 5 and qualified cars. Once again, a great mix of tour drivers, Beech Ridge Motor Speedway regulars and Oxford Plains regulars. Mention Brad Layton to the outside of row 2, a former limited sportsman champion here at the Beech Ridge Motor Speedway before he made the switch to the American Canadian Tour, driving the Garden 11 number 1X. We are ready. Pace car makes its way onto the infield pit road. Johnson and Shaw bring them to turn 4. Green is out. Gary Johnson from the low side with a slight advantage. Here comes Shaw trying to draw it even on the outside. They are in a column of 2s right straight back through the top 10. Gary Johnson by about a car length over Dale Shaw. Oh, we have a tangle down at the bottom, top of turn number 1. The 16 of Kip Stockwell tangled with the number 29 of Dave Dion. And before the 16 could get back underway, the caution flag will prevail. Still no return yet at turn 3 for the number 29. We are ready to get it underway. Oh, he has rejoined. Ready to go, and green is out. Once again, Gary Johnson shows the way from this single file start. Dale Shaw to second. Claude Leclerc is third. Then comes the René Lalumiere, number 38, and Dave St. Clair in that fifth place position. Shaw looking for room. Has been unable to find it yet. Claude Leclerc will close it up. Hey, we have a spin by the number 38. All the drivers able to avoid the Lalumiere car. He's trying to refire, gets it refired, and the field stays under green. Leader continues to be Gary Johnson. Dale Shaw all over the back bumper. Then comes Claude Leclerc. Gap back to that fourth place position held by Dave St. Clair, and now the fifth place position. Brad Layton in the number 1X. Tight battle at the front as Dale Shaw continues to look for a way around the number 53. Shaw looks to the high side now. They will be at the halfway point when they cross the stripe this next time. 6 down, 6 to go. Shaw a little out of shape as he came out of the fourth turn that time. Perhaps not handling quite as good as he needs to if he's going to get around the 53. Layton on the move now as he looks to challenge for that fourth place position. Brad Layton to the outside of the 14 of St. Clair. Battle is for fourth. Dave St. Clair by a fender over Brad Layton. Ricky Harrison up to position number 6. Then comes Bob Libby in position number 7. Both looking to get away qualifying position. Battle continues to be waged for position number 4. Top 3 unchanged. In fact, Gary Johnson stretching it out a bit now over Dale Shaw. Johnson will have to contend with the lap car of René Lalumiere. Moves to the outside of the number 38. Starter with a white flag in the air. They are in their last lap. Battle continues to be waged for the fourth place position. Dave Sinclair not wanting to give it up on the low side. Brad Layton desperately trying to take it. Checkered flag is in the air. Gary Johnson, Dale Shaw, Claude Leclerc, Dave St. Clair, and Brad Layton, your top 5. Adam Moore in the 31. The number 4 is driven by Dennis Featherson. Kevin Buck in the number 25. Gene Theriault in the 41. The number 2, rookie Forrest Boucher Jr. The 93 down from Oxford Plains, that is John Drew. And the number 5 is driven by Chris Schedule. Once again, limited sportsman semi-feature. These are the lower point. We also have Donnie Whitten joining the lineup. We didn't have in our original lineup the 83. Once again, Donnie Whitten. Assistant starter Junior Niles handling the flags for this limited semi-feature. He says keep it even at the turn 4. Green is out. We have cars tangling right here before the start-finish line. The 73 of Larry Ramsey, the 58 of Paul Holstrom. Larry Ramsey up against the retaining wall right down front here. Paul Holstrom back underway out of the infield as cars tangle coming to the start-finish line. Officials down, and the driver indicates that he's all right to get to green flag racing because that caution came right on the start as they were coming to the start-finish line. Once again, this is the low point feature in the limited sportsman division. Pace car makes its way onto the infield pit row. We have Tom McKean and Larry Ramsey. Now it is Troy Graffam. At turn 4, the green is out. McKean unable to get underway. Something evidently amiss in the car, or wouldn't go into gear. And that changes things around considerably. That's Troy Graffam at the point, and he has veteran Gordon Nelson now with a quick move to challenge the leader. Gordon Nelson in the number 61. Then comes Don Tapley in the 15 along with Kevin Rumry as they go side by side for position 3. Gordon Nelson will take it over on the backstretch. Here comes Don Tapley to the low side of the number 64 of Graffam. Gets them 3 wide racing. They get Kevin Rumry way up there in the third groove. Don Tapley with all kinds of pressure from the number 99. That is Jim Colbert Jr. in the 99. Caution flag will prevail once again as we have the 31. Barely moving down here in the front stretch. Well, it looks like all the signals are indicating that we should be ready to get it back to green flag racing at turn 4. The green is out. Gordon Nelson will take it over from the point. The number 99, Jim Colbert, up the inside to take over the second place position. Oh, a spin on the backstretch. Don Tapley gets turned about. And he gets the car facing the wrong way. And once again, the caution flag will prevail. True Value Oxford 250. But right now, we're ready to get this back to green flag racing. Limited Sportsman, Gordon Nelson. Jim Colbert, flagman says hold it even at turn 4. Green is out. Gordon Nelson once again. Jim Colbert right at his rear bumper. Then a battle for third. Taking it over from the outside, Kevin Rumry. He brings Beaver Norton with him in the number 38 as they come to third and fourth. Here comes Kevin Buck on the outside as he works to the outside of the 64 of Troy Graffam. John Drew on the move in the number 93, making a visit down here at the Beech Ridge Motor Speedway. Young man who ran here years ago, so he is not totally unfamiliar with the Speedway by any means. Top 2 have broken away. Well, here comes Beaver Dragon now to challenge for Beaver Norton, rather, to challenge for that third place position. Beaver Norton in the number 38 takes over the third place position. Kevin Buck taking over fourth now as the caution flag will fly once again. Some debris in turn 4, we would guess, is the reason for that caution flag. Also the 41 of Gene Theriault, he's trying to get that back on a pit road. Ready at turn 3 to get it back to green flag racing. Gordon Nelson, Jim Colbert, the green is out. And once again, Gordon Nelson shows the way to the point. The 99 Jim Colbert tucks it right into position number 2. Beaver Norton to position 3. A scramble for that fourth place position right now in the hands of the number 25 and Kevin Buck. David Raymond in the number 3 looking for racing room beneath the 49, and he finds it. Gordon Nelson, veteran limited sportsman driver here at the Beech Ridge Motor Speedway, continues to show the way. Man on the move, Beaver Norton in the number 38. as he takes a look to the outside of the 99 of Jim Copeland. Top three have broken away just a little bit. Back to position 4 and Kevin Buck. Buck has all kinds of pressure now from John Drew in the 93 and David Raymond in the number 3. John Drew now a spin by the leader, the number 61. Gordon Nelson gets sideways out of turn number 4. Jim Culprit takes over the point. So things switch around with 5 laps to go. New leader is Jim Culprit in the number 99. Gordon Nelson doing a great job of straightening out the number 61 that was completely sideways. Problems on the Chris schedule number 5 as he appears headed back to pit road. Gordon Nelson trying to rein in the number 99. The question is, does he have time enough to find his way back to the point? Little by little, Gordon Nelson, a spin in turn 2. Coming out of turn 2, Paul Holstrom, the number 58, sits sideways at the low side of the exit to turn number 2. That will put the field under caution once again. Starter gives the drivers the all clear as they stage on the backstretch. Laps winding down. Going to be a drag to the finish. Jimmy Culprit in the 99, Gordon Nelson in the 61. They bring it to turn 4. The green is out. Jimmy Culprit shows the way. Here comes Beaver Norton up the inside now to challenge for that runner-up position as he gets beneath the 61 of Gordon Nelson. Starter indicates just 2 laps to go. Jimmy Culprit, Beaver Norton, side-by-side battle. Kevin Buck and Gordon Nelson for position number 3. White flag is out, 1 lap to go. Beaver Norton diving to the low side of the number 99. Finds room on the backstretch. The challenge now for the lead. Here comes Norton down on the low side. He's going to take it over. Checkered flag is out. Beaver Norton followed by Kevin Buck. And then it's too close to call whether or not we had the 3 or the 99. A scramble at the finish line. Beaver Norton finding room beneath the number 99 and takes it over in the last half lap. And here's your winner down to collect the colors. Driving the Meadow Works, Roland Junkins sponsored. Number 38 out of Gorham, Maine, Robert Beaver Norton. And there's your race winner out of the car now, Robert Beaver Norton out of Gorham, Maine. Always a hard charge here. And
ladies and gentlemen, Beaver Norton. Congratulations, Beaver.
Thanks.
You took it on the last lap on the inside. Great finish for your the second feature race of the 1993 racing season.
Yeah, I could see he was getting a little wide. He kept getting out a little farther, and then he cut right down. And I just got my nose in there, and I wasn't giving up.
Well, congratulations. Coca-Cola is tonight's sponsor.
Roger. Congratulations, buddy.
Thanks.
Ladies and gentlemen, send it back upstairs to Bruce Elder. Bruce?
all right, thank you. Waiting on deck, the Tour Late Models for their semi-feature. Top 3 from the 4 qualifying heats. Ready to go for starting positions in tonight's Coca-Cola 150. From Turner, Maine, the number 12 and Mike Rowe. From Scarborough, the 37, Larry Gelinas. From Shelburne, Vermont, the number 21, Kevin LePage. From Laval, Quebec, the 42, Donald Forte. In on the back row from Farmington, the number 83, Jeff Taylor. And from Holland, Massachusetts, the number 2, Jim McCallum. 15-lap semifinal. This will determine the starting order for your top dozen. Pace cars will move on to the infield pit road. Starter John Hulbert looks him over. Coming out of turn 4, green is out. Gary Johnson will take it from the outside as he works the 53 out and around the number 11. Also on the move now, John Pippin in the number 59 as he works to the outside the number 3 of young Mike Mayetta. Battle is for fourth. Beaver Dragon in the number 75 gets to the low side of the number 59 and takes it over. Here comes Mike Rowe. Rowe looking to claim the 5th place position. Rowe in the number 12. Also on the move, the number 21, Kevin LePage. Inside Rowe getting the advantage. Here comes Jeff Taylor. Taylor with that impressive run. John Pippin off the pace now in the number 59. Single file back to Dale Shaw. Shaw taking a look to the outside of the 83 of Taylor now. Loses some ground with that move. Opens up the inside for Jim McCallum. McCallum couldn't quite make his way under the number 23. Problems on the 83. Jeff Taylor sideways up in turn 4. Taylor after his profound run in the qualifier. Now off the pace just a bit. Meanwhile, back up front, it is all Gary Johnson thus far. Once again, Gary Johnson, a Saturday night regular out of West Buxton, Maine. Truck driver by trade. Continues to hold about a 8 to 10 car length lead over Claude Leclerc, who holds down the 2nd place position. Then comes young Mike Mayetta in the number 3 position. They are coming to the halfway point, indicates starter John Hulbert. Beaver Dragon trying to find room beneath the number 3. Now he does on the backstretch. Dragon up to challenge for that 3rd place position. He brings Kevin LePage along with him. Young Mike Mayetta now off the pace as he got squeezed to the outside. Perhaps a problem on the number 3 as he takes it right on a pit road. 5 to go. Continues to be all Gary Johnson. Then Claude Leclerc, Beaver Dragon, the number 21, Kevin LePage, and now Dale Shaw in a battle with Mike Rowe. Dale Shaw to the low side, Mike Rowe on the high side. They battle for the 5th place position. Shaw with the advantage. Rowe now in a side-by-side battle with Don Forte in the number 42. Starter indicates just 2 laps remaining when they cross the stripe this time. Gary Johnson continues to stretch it out over Claude Leclerc. Now about a half straightaway lead by your leader. He will see the white flag come down. Dale Shaw now with a bid to the outside. Checkered flag down. Gary Johnson. Claude Leclerc, Beaver Dragon, Kevin LePage, and it looked like the 23 and Dale Shaw. Semi-feature in the record book for starting positions. 5 to qualify from this consolation event. 15-lap consolation event for the late model sportsman. Once again, 5 will qualify for the main event. Pete Rondo out of Saco, Maine. Matt Bozowski out of Hudson, New Hampshire will bring the field to turn 4. Starter looks him over. Green is out. Pete Rondo from the low side, and he brings Bob Bilodeau right along with him. Pete Rondo, former regular here at the Beech Ridge Motor Speedway. Bob Randall up to position number 3. Here comes Jeff Stevens as they get the advantage from the low side. Tracy Gordon on the move. He dives to the low side of the Matt Bozowski car to get into that top 5. Well, cars all over the place, and some plastic parting company with the rest of the body. That was from the number 65. Caution flag will prevail. Well, hard into the brakes, and around goes Jeff Stevens. It has been a tough luck night for Jeff Stevens thus far. The stripe, and Pete Rondo, Bob Bilodeau, Bob Randall, Jeff Stevens break away just a little bit. Then in 5th place comes Tracy Gordon. He's looking to close that gap. Tangle over in the turn 4 area, and that once again will require the caution flag. Involved there, the number 73 of Tom Quinney. And they say, try Coca-Cola, you can't beat the feeling. Well, right now, we are ready to get this first consolation event back to green. Pace car on the infield pit road. Field comes to turn 4, and the green is out. Pete Rondo shows the way down into turn 1, followed by Bob Bilodeau. Then comes Bob Randall, Jeff Stevens, and Tracy Gordon, your top 5. Remember, 5 to qualify for the main event. They stay in single file. Right now, your qualifiers: Pete Rondo, Bob Bilodeau, Bob Randall, Jeff Stevens, and Tracy Gordon. Top 5 in qualified cars. Starter indicates the halfway point. 8 down and 7 to go. Pete Rondo has stretched it out just a bit now over the 2nd place competitor, Bob Bilodeau. And they are bumper to bumper from position 2 right on back. Bob Bilodeau, a former regular here at the Beech Ridge Motor Speedway, now competing at the Oxford Plains Speedway. Bob Randall in the 91, a 4-time track champion here in the late model division. Jeff Stevens in the number 44, longtime competitor at the Beech Ridge Motor Speedway and tour competitor, making just what I believe is his 2nd run here this year. Tracy Gordon in his rookie year on the American Canadian Tour. And Pete Rondo is certainly making this first consolation event look easy. 2 laps to go. Liquid from, it looks like from the 65, will put the field under caution, as a lot of liquid. It might be fuel or water, it's hard to tell, pouring from the back of the number 65. And a flagman caught sight of that and quickly got the cars under caution. So fortunately, what could have been a bad situation was averted. We have several vehicles in the parking lot with their lights on. We have a red Volvo, license 924000. We have a gray, I believe it's a Mazda 3992AY, and a red Toyota. Your lights are on. Ready to get it back to green now as they cross the stripe. Pete Rondo once again. Things have tightened up. Bob Bilodeau, Bob Randall, Jeff Stevens, and Tracy Gordon continue in the top 5. They will see the white flag come down. Once again, just the top 5 will qualify. Great run by Pete Rondo. He will see the checkered flag come down. It is Rondo, Bilodeau, Randall, Stevens, and Tracy Gordon, your top 5 and qualified cars from consolation event number 1. The 92, Dave Whitlock. In the number 38, Rainy Lalumiere. And the number 54, Ricky Frenette. Second consolation event for the night. 5 to qualify for the main event. Derek Lynch, Ricky Harrison will bring the field to turn 4. We look for a start from the top of the flag stand. Green is out. Derek Lynch and Ricky Harrison. Harrison with a slight advantage as they race to turn number 2. Ricky Harrison gets it a little sideways but hangs on to it and takes over the point. Here they come out of turn number 4. Harrison, Derek Lynch, Danny Knoll, Bobby Libby, and Ralph Nason, your top 5. Derek Lynch trying to find room beneath the 85 of Harrison, unable to do it that time around. Bobby Libby on the move in that outside groove as he takes a look to the outside of Ralph Nason in the 4th place position. Derek Lynch once again looking for room beneath Ricky Harrison's number 85, and once again couldn't quite find it. Derek Lynch muscles his way under the Harrison 85 and will take it over at turn number 1. Derek Lynch, your new leader. Ricky Harrison back to 2nd. Here comes Ralph Nason as he takes the 3rd place position in hand. The 35 of Mike Wheaton now races to 4th. Nason got a little wide. Ricky Harrison trying to find room beneath the number 10. Couldn't quite do it. Bobby Babb on the move now as he moves beneath the number 6 of Danny Knoll. Dave Dion sideways in turn number 2. Can't straighten the car out. Dave Dion around. Backs it into the infield retaining area. Trying to refire the car, can't do it in time, and that will put the field under caution. Possibly jumping the gun just a little bit. Blackman says pick it up just a little bit. Now the green is out. Mike Whedon dives to the low side of the number 85 with a challenge for that third place position, and he will take it over. He brings Bobby Babb with him. Babb now challenging for position number 4 as he follows Mike Whedon right up the inside. Danny Knoll looking to enter that top 5 if there's any possible way, along with Bob Libby. We are at the halfway point, indicates starter John Hulbert. Derek Lynch, Ralph Nason breaking away just a little bit. Then comes Mike Whedon. Bobby Babb in 4th, and now the battle is for the 5th place position. Danny Knoll on the low side. Ricky Harrison up high. Danny Knoll will take the advantage. Here comes Bobby Libby down on the low side. Starter indicates just 5 laps to go. Here comes Ralph Nason down on the low side of the number 15. Nason muscling his way under Derek Lynch in the number 15. So Nason continuing where he left off the last time he ran the Beech Ridge Motor Speedway, as he simply muscles his way under the number 15 to take over that lead position. Derek Lynch back to 2nd place. Mike Whedon is 3rd, Bobby Babb in 4th, and Danny Knoll in 5th. Starter indicates just 2 laps to go. Ralph Nason on a tear here as he jumps up to about a half straightaway lead over Derek Lynch. White flag is out. Ralph Nason turning the track in about 15.5 seconds, so he is one of the quick cars here tonight without question. As he comes out of turn number 4, you'll see the checkered flag come down. It's Nason, Derek Lynch, Mike Whedon, Bobby Babb, and Danny Knoll, your top 5, as they secure starting positions for tonight's Coca-Cola 150. And Ralph Nason, once again, shows the strength of the number 10. Well, we have the all clear from the top of the flag stand. Flagman Eddie Walsh handling the flags for the Limited Sportsman High Point feature of the night. Rick Tibbetts and Jim Shaw this time lined up side by side. They bring him to turn 4 and the green is out. Jim Shaw with the advantage this time. He brings Scott Chapman with him, and they take over positions 1 and 2. That drops Rick Tibbetts back to position number 3. 3 wide racing down the backstretch into turn number 3. And that just won't do as Scott Gucci gets turned about, rookie in the number 48. He's up at the top of turn number 4, gets the car back underway, along with Reno Neto in the number 46. And we stay green. Continues to be Jim Shaw, your leader, followed by Scott Chapman in the number 85. Then Rick Tibbetts, John Maycomber, and Tom Huff. Of course, the high point men starting at the tail end of the lineup as we have a handicap system. Higher a driver goes in points, the further back they will start in the lineup. Cars out of shape in turn 4, and they tangle coming into turn number 4. Among them, Bill Panett in the number 6. We have a car sitting up at the top of turn number 4, and that will require the caution flag. Flagman Eddie Walsh gives the drivers the all clear as they work the backstretch. Jim Shaw on the pole. Green is out. Shaw and Scott Chapman go at it side by side. Chapman with a slight advantage as they race through turn number 2 down the backstretch. Jim Shaw trying to even it up once again, but it is Chapman with a slight advantage. They come to turn number 4. Shaw will take it over again. Above a half. Car length lead over Chapman. John Maycomber now to take over the second place position as problems on the 85 take him right off the pace. Tangle in turn number 3. We have a car turned around facing traffic. I believe that's the 00 of Wayne Poland. Poland was last week's feature winner. And he finds himself about 3/4 of a lap behind the leaders. Robert Bodwell with a fine run to the front. Tangle in turn number 4 as cars get sideways. Ed Galland does a nice job of straightening the car out after getting sideways. Several of the other competitors. Wayne Poland with a spin right down the front straight here, trying to get the car down into the infield, and cars right into the front stretch wall. And that will put the field under caution once again. We'll give you a report on these drivers as soon as we hear from the safety men. Once again, Flagman Eddie Walsh gives the drivers the all clear as they glance back to the flag stand. Pace car makes its way onto the infield pit road. Robert Bodwell, Jim Shaw will bring the field to turn 4. Green is out. Robert Bodwell in the number 56 jumps down into the lead. Cars together in turn number 1 and 2. Jim Shaw got sideways there in a tangle with the, looked like the number 50. Did a nice job of straightening that car out. Robert Bodwell, Dennis Quinn, Jim Shaw, Ed Galland. Then comes the number 50. Top 2 have just broken away. Robert Bodwell with a challenge now from Dennis Quinn. Quinn making a bid to the outside of the number 56. 3 wide racing down into turn number 1. Very, very tricky to do. Number 1 of Rick Tibbetts on pit road. Robert Bodwell continues to hold off hard charging Dennis Quinn. Remember, the Quinn car has been penalized. The 9 and 82 now headed on the pit road. Understand with tire problems. Robert Bodwell and Dennis Quinn just running away from the rest of the field. Then comes Ed Gallant. Dave Lafarno now trying to break away from that pack into position number 4. Starter indicates next time by will mark the halfway point. continues to be Robert Bodwell, your leader in the number 56. Dennis Quinn. Then a long gap and a tangle in turn number 4. Jim Shaw sideways. And 3 wide racing right down the front stretch. Through turn number 1, they continue with 3 wide racing. Problems on a flat right rear tire on the Dave Langless number 93. Robert Bodwell continues to show the way. Better than a straightaway lead now over the rest of the pack. Dennis Hall up to take over the 3rd place position. Keep in mind that 06 has been penalized several positions, so that will be figured in at the end of the race. Todd Fitz backs it down into the retaining wall. Refires the car. Able to drive away. Fortunately, got the car slowed down enough so that he didn't get into that wall very hard. Start indicates it will be just 5 laps to go when they cross the stripe this time. Here's your leader coming to the start-finish line, Robert Bodwell, the number 56. Dennis Hall in the number 94. Some of the high point men really dicing for position, trying to work their way up through the back. Caught up in traffic back. Looking to break into that top 5, young Steve Berry in the number 7. Caught up in traffic. They are in their last 2 laps. Great run by Robert Bodwell in the number 56. We have a car up at the top of turn number 3 with a spun. That will put the field under caution. 06 has been penalized for jumping the green flag, and he knows that. Flag man Walsh gives them the all clear once again. Robert Bodwell, the number 56 on the pole, enjoyed that comfortable lead. Now he is in a scramble. Green is out. Dennis Quinn from the high side. Robert Bodwell fighting back from the inside groove. They also tell us that the 55 is down a lap as they come to the white flag. They are in their last lap. Actually, it is Robert Bodwell and the number 94 of Dennis Hall who are vying for the checkered flag. Checkered flag comes down. It will be Robert Bodwell. Dennis Hall. Then it looks like Mike Field. And we'll give you the report on the finishing position of the 06. But a fine run by young Robert Bodwell. He has been one of the strong contenders here. He grabbed a feature win. The colors, Robert Bodwell. He joins the list of limited sportsman feature winners. And that makes, I believe, the 9th different feature winner in the 1993 season. Robert Bodwell out of Alfred, Maine. The 56, sponsored in part by Scott's Auto Salvage along with Watson Store. And you'll have an opportunity to hear from the youngster who captured the limited sportsman main event. He returns the colors to flagman Eddie Walsh. And as he prepares to exit the number 58, let's go trackside to Mr. Dave Sturgis. Dave?
Congratulations, Robert. Thank you. Must feel pretty good to pick up your first feature win 1993 racing season.
Yeah, it does.
You know you were in first place?
No, I didn't know.
Tell us the people that help you bring this car out on the track week by week, sponsors and pit crew.
First of all, my mom and dad's a big help. My pit crew really helps me out a lot. Unfortunately, some couldn't be here tonight. Watson's General Store, Scott's Auto Salvage, Amish here, they all help me.
Tonight's sponsor is Coca-Cola. We have Roger here with your first place trophy. Roger?
Congratulations. Good win for you. I wasn't pulling for you.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Robert Bodwell Jr. Bruce Elber, back to you.
Okay, thank you, Dave. That first win, always a memorable one. Young Robert Bodwell certainly came very close here a couple of weeks ago. Captures the main event. Next on deck, the American Canadian Tour B feature. Opposite. Kenny Wright in the number 20 will pick up the rest of these cars as they make their way down the front stretch. Joe Bessie in the number 9. The 04 is Shane Green. Blair Bassett in the 65. Jeff Salibi, Dave Dion, Mike Mayetta. The 38 is Rennie LaLumiere. And the number 16, Kip Stockwell. B feature. At turn 4. No start as Ricky Harrison perhaps jumped the gun just a little bit. And of course the number 29 of Dave Dion. Outside chance now for these drivers to make the field. This time we should be ready as the base car is on the infield pit row. And a spin, right? We get the start, but we get a spin by the number 29, and that will put the field right back under caution as Dave Dion got the car turned around just before the flag came down, or as the flag came down. Well, we're going to try it once again. The number 33, Matt Gozowski. The 85, Ricky Harrison. And the green comes down. Harrison by a bumper as they cross the stripe. Harrison continues with a slight advantage over Matt Bozowski in the number 33, but Bozowski out of the 4-turn draws it even. They cross the stripe wheel to wheel. Matt Bozowski and the yellow flag will take over once again. Side-by-side battle for the lead position. Matt Bozowski on the low side, Ricky Harrison to his outside. We have a car about halfway down the backstretch. Only 2 to qualify for the main event. The only other way in will be via a program. We don't know what that will involve yet. At turn 4, green is out. Ricky Harrison with a slight advantage from the outside. Matt Bozowski trying to draw it even once again, but Harrison continues with a fender advantage down into turn number 3. Harrison up high. Slight advantage continues for the 85 and Ricky Harrison. Harrison trying to get a grip on one of these positions, and obviously Matt Bozowski not wanting to release his grip on one of these 2 positions. Jimmy Burns and Bobby Libby also looking to grab one of these spots. Bobby Harrison a little sideways. That opens up the inside. Spin by Jimmy Burns. Burns across in front of traffic. Drivers do a great job of getting by. Ricky Harrison takes it over, but the caution flag will fly. And we have cars all over turns 4. Once again, we will try to get it back to green flag racing. This time, Ricky Harrison on the point. Green is out. Ricky Harrison with the advantage. The 33 gets sideways. He does a nice job of straightening it out, but with it, Bob Libby has to get into the brakes. Up into the back of Jimmy Burns comes the number 33, and that collects 2 or 3 other cars. So the 33, Matt Bozowski, into the Jimmy Burns car, and the resulting melee in turn 4. Black flag going out to the number 33 of Matt Bozowski. Trying again at turn 4. Green is out. Ricky Harrison and Bobby Libby now vying for those 2 remaining qualifying positions. And a spin off the top of turn number 4 between turns 3 and 4. Some debris also in the middle of the track there in between turns 3 and 4 will also require the caution flag. Well, with 4 laps recorded on the leaderboard, they will try it once again. Ricky Harrison, Bobby Libby bring the field to turn 4. Green is out. Once again, Ricky Harrison will show the way. Bobby Libby to second. Then comes Bobby Coburn in the number 51. Joe Bessie up to battle for that 4th place position. Will take it over from Paul Johnson from the low side. Ricky Harrison, Bobby Libby with a hold on the 2 remaining qualifying positions. Bobby Coburn 3rd, Joe Bessie in 4th. Now 5th place in the hands of Scott Mulkern, but closing in Mike Mayetta in the number 13. Mayetta on the move. He takes a look to the outside of the Scott Mulkern car, but as he moves out, Dave Dion dives to the low side. They are coming to the halfway mark, indicates our starter. Ten down, 10 to go. Continues to be Ricky Harrison, Bobby Libby. Then a gap back to Bobby Coburn and Joe Bessie. Dave Dion and Mike Mayetta finding the going hard in that outside groove. Joe Bessie finds room beneath the Bob Coburn number 51. Bessie now takes over the 3rd place position and finds himself just 1 spot out of qualifying for tonight's Coca-Cola 150. Five laps to go as they cross the stripe this time. Little by little, Joe Bessie closing the gap between himself and Bobby Libby. Joe Bessie on the move, now making a bid to the outside of 2nd place competitor Bobby Libby. 2 laps to go this time by. Joe Bessie desperately trying to grab a qualifying position in tonight's 150. White flag is out. Three-way battle for 2 positions. Here comes Joe Bessie to the outside of the number 34 of Bobby Libby. Checkered flag is in the end. Now he dives to the inside. Ricky Harrison and Bobby Libby will grab the last 2 qualifying positions. Joe Bessie just about 3/4 of a car length out of a qualifying position. 86 is driven by Rob Herrick and the number 65 Rocky Yargo. Missed the 03, that's Steve Howard. Steve Howard in the 03. .30 laps on tap for the Super Sportsman. Flagman 81 says hold it even at turn 4. Green is out. Mitch Brown from the pole position, followed up the inside by Doug Shores. Phil Weeks with the advantage on the low side for position number 3. Bush and gets it way wide and loses a number of positions. On the move is Doug Shores in the number 51. Doug Shores quickly moving to the outside of the Mitch Brown car. Shores winning it. Oh, we have a tangle in turn number 4. Several cars tangled, crossed up, and that will require the caution flag. Well, fortunately, everyone is going to drive away from that. Used to be a flat tire number 19 of Russ Johnson. Well, he is getting married this weekend and evidently going to be away for a week or so. Well, right now, the cars stage on the backstretch. We get the all clear from flagman Eddie Walsh. Mitch Brown. Doug Shores bring him to turn 4, and the green is out. Mitch Brown with the advantage as they cross the stripe. Doug Shores takes it over at turn number 2. Battle is for third. Phil Weeks on the low side. Danny Palmer to his outside in the 93. Then comes Robbie Dorr and Tim Maloney. David Sprague off the pace in the number 1. Looked as though he was headed to pit road, but decided not to. Doug Shores just running away in the number 51. Nearly a half straightaway lead over Mitch Brown. Here comes Danny Palmer working up to challenge from the outside. Phil Weeks on the low side. Mitch Brown gets it sideways out of turn 4. Does a nice job of hanging on to him. Cars on the move on the outside. Danny Palmer in the 93. Tim Maloney in the 69. Willie Elliott in the 08. Kevin Durgan in the number 7. Steve Howard in the 03. All trying to make time on the outside and advance from the back of the pack. Danny Palmer now up to second. Tim Maloney takes over third from the outside. Also on the move now on the outside, current point leader, Donnie Culbert in the number 14. Doug Shores by himself at the point. And a gap back to Danny Palmer. Then comes Tim Maloney, Mitch Brown, Phil Weeks. Side-by-side battle now for the 6th place position. Robbie Dorr on the low side, Donnie Culbert to the outside. Donnie Culbert now starting his march up the outside as he works now to the outside of the number 9. He brings Richard Pelton with him in the number 27. Also on the move, Dave Bath in the number 5. Problems on the number 5 of Dave Bath as he coasts the car down against the retaining wall. That will require the caution flag as something gives out on the number 5. 5 team having had very, very tough luck, having lost an engine last week. All clear signal once again. Drivers down into turn number 3. Pace car on the infield pit road. At turn 4, green is out. Oh, cars come together right here. Just beyond the start-finish line, and Donnie Coper into the retaining wall as he tangles with the 04. And just as quick as we got the green, we're right back to caution once again. Donnie Coper right front into the wall and gonna try to run that car back to the pit road. "13 laps down of this 30-lap event." That shows Danny Palmer bring the field to turn 4. Flackman says hold it even. Green is out. Doug Shores once again. Tim Maloney right up the inside now to challenge the 93 for that runner-up position. Battle is for second. Tim Maloney on the low side. Danny Palmer to the outside. Then comes Richard Pelton looking for racing room right up the inside. He is in to challenge the 93 for the 3rd place position. Here comes the number 7 of Kevin Durgan right up the inside, trying to get into that top 5. Works beneath the 04. Brings Lloyd Washman with him. Also Willie Elliott on the move as that inside groove advances. Tim Maloney trying to rein in race leader Doug Shores. Top 5 remain the same. Tim Maloney continues to try and close that gap between himself and race leader Doug Shores. Richard Pelton in 3rd. Danny Palmer is 4th. Kevin Durgan in 5th. Things tightening up as Richard Pelton now is at the back bumper of 2nd place competitor Tim Maloney. Richard Pelton has successfully closed the gap. Takes a look to the outside of the number 69. Laps winding down. Flaggman Eddie Walsh indicates just 5 laps to go. Here comes Richard Pelton to the outside of the number 69. 25 down, 5 to go. Spin. Willie Elliott crosswise out of turn number 4. Also the number 1 and the number 12 involved. And once again, the caution flag will prevail. This time, Doug Shores will square off with Tim Maloney on the front line. Doug Shores in the 51, Tim Maloney in the 69 bring the field to turn 4. Green is out. Doug Shores right back into a quick lead. The battle will be for second. Tim Maloney hangs on from the outside. Spin in turn number 2. The number 9 of Phil Weeks gets spun about and stalled out in turn number 2. Evidently unable to refire the car. And once again, the caution flag will prevail. Flagman Eddie Walsh gives the drivers the all clear as they glance to the flag stand one last time. 25 down, 5 to go. Doug shows Tim Maloney at turn 4. The green is out. Once again, Doug Shores will show the way. Tim Maloney now has Richard Pelton to the low side in a challenge for that runner-up position. Battle is for second. Richard Pelton will take it over from the low side. And now try to rein in race leader Doug Shores, but Shores immediately put some distance between himself and Pelton in the number 27. Flagman indicates just 2 laps to go next time by. 3 wide racing on the backstretch. 2 laps to go. Doug Shore is looking for his 3rd main event in 1993. White flag is out. Holds about a 4-car length advantage over Richard Pelton. Pelton closes it a little bit into turn 4. Checkered flag is down. Doug Shores, Richard Pelton, Tim Maloney, Kevin Durgan, and Danny Palmer in your top 5. Doug Shores records feature win number 3. He was the winningest driver in this division in 1992 with 6 feature wins. And he is certainly off to a great start in 93. He is down to collect the colors from Flagman Eddie Walsh. Doug Shores returns the colors to Flagman Eddie Walsh. 51 sponsored in part by Will Ford along with Keniston Enterprises.
Thank you, Bruce. Welcome into victory lane, Doug Shores. Doug, congratulations.
Thanks a lot. I appreciate it. I got to thank my Roll Ford, Buco Starter, and G&R Automotive, and Ricky Racing Collectibles, and Car Owner Wayne Keniston. And I got to thank the crew, Phil, Mike, and Curtis, my father, who gives us a hand on the car, and Steve Lehman, a good friend of mine.
Well, it's Coca-Cola night here at Beech Ridge Motor Speedway. Peggy Jean from Coca-Cola is here with your first place presentation.
Congratulations.
Thank you, appreciate it. Could use a hat tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, Doug Shores.
Ladies and gentlemen, on the count of 3, would you please help me with those 4 most famous words in auto racing? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Gentlemen, start your engines. Pace car will make its way onto the infield pit road. Gary Johnson, Claude Leclerc will bring the field for the Coke. 150 to turn 4. Flagman looks him over. Green is out. Gary Johnson from the pole position. Right up the inside, the number 75. Beaver Dragon comes to second. Then it is Dale Shaw to third. Mike Rowe is fourth. Kevin LePage to fifth. Gary Johnson continues to show the way. Smooth start this evening for the Coca-Cola 150. Gary Johnson continues to lead a single file procession at the top dozen or so cars. Beaver Dragon continues in second, and it's Dale Shaw in third. Mike Rowe is fourth. Kevin LePage fifth. Tangle on the backstretch. We had cars brush the backstretch wall. The number 88, Steve Dalton. Keep an eye on that car as he got out against the backstretch retaining wall. Things continue in line among the top five. Jeff Taylor right there in the sixth place position. On Mike Johnson in the number 30 as he begins to make a move to the front. Works to the outside of Brad Layton in the 1X now. Dale Shaw on the move now as he makes a move to the outside of Beaver Dragon for the second place position. Dale Shaw in the number 23 challenging for the runner-up position. Moves to the outside of the 75, takes a look to the outside of the number 53 of Gary Johnson. Also on the move, Kelly Moore in the number 32. Dale Shaw continuing his side-by-side battle. Caution flag on the field. We have a car spun in turn 2. Car backed up against the wall at the top of turn number 2. Started moving the drivers back into a column of twos. First time by starter John Halbert shows the drivers the clinched green flag, meaning things are in order and we should be ready to get it back to green flag racing next time around. Pace car will dive on pit road. This time Gary Johnson has Dale Shaw to his outside. Green flag comes down. Shaw by a fender as they cross the stripe. Gary Johnson battling back, trying to draw it even on the backstretch. It is Shaw with about a half a car advantage. Dale Shaw trying to find a way out and around the number 53. Thus far has not been able to shake free of the number 53 of Gary Johnson. Tango in turn number 2. Several cars involved there. Larry Gelinas in the number 37, the 83 of Jeff Taylor, the number 2, and the 72, all involved there. Once again, Jeff Taylor on pit road along with Jim McCallum. Junior Hanley with a flat tire and almost off the rim. Body damage to the right rear. Six laps recorded on the leaderboard as we get ready to get back to green. This time Dale Shaw on the pole. Gary Johnson is outside, out of turn number 4. Green is out. Dale Shaw with the advantage. Beaver Dragon right up the inside to challenge Gary Johnson for that second place position. Inside row with the advantage. Caution flag with a melee in turn 1. Cars involved 10, 7, 44. The trip for 2 to the Daytona 500. AAA Travel will fly you via Continental Airlines to Daytona Beach, and they'll provide hotel accommodations and car rental. Listen for the Daytona bound contest coming soon to WPOR FM 101.9. Ready now at turn 4. Flagman says pick it up just a little bit. Green is out. Dale Shaw right back up the inside after a momentary advantage by Beaver Dragon. Gary Johnson and Mike Rowe battle for the third place position. Little bump attack in turn 4. The driver's doing a nice job of handling that. Continues to be Dale Shaw, Beaver Dragon, Gary Johnson. And the battle now for that fourth place position, Kevin LePage and Mike Rowe are side by side. We have a spin into the infield by the 05 of Paul Johnson. It's right in behind the pit road area. Well, the top 4 remain the same. It is Shaw, Dragon, Gary Johnson, Kevin LePage, and now Brad Layton takes over the 5th place position. Tango in turn 1. Involved there the 91 of Bob Randall, the 34 Bobby Libby, cars being shown: the black flag, the 0, the 12, the 5, and the 3. Dale Shaw on the pole to his outside. Beaver Dragon outside of the front row. Then comes Gary Johnson inside of row 2. Kevin LePage to his outside. They pick it up out of turn 4. Green is out. On the move on the outside, Bobby Babb in the number 4 quickly moves to the outside of Brad Layton. Now takes a look to the outside of Kevin LePage. Decides to tuck it right back in. Moves to position number 5. Plastic flying on the number 12 of Mike Rowe. That will require him to take the car on the pit road as the hood is wrapped right up around the windshield on the number 12. Tough break for Mike Rowe as he will go a lap down. Lead continues to be in the hands of Dale Shaw. Car hard into the backstretch wall coming out of turn number 2. Give you a report just as soon as we get it. officials will bring the race to a red flag condition. Due to the amount of time being taken to clear that accident area in the turn 2 area. Plan is to bring this race to a red flag condition. That moves the drivers back into a column of 2s. Ready to get it back to green flag condition. Dale Shaw, Viva Dragon at turn 4. Green is out. Dale Shaw quickly at the point. Viva Dragon on the move. Bobby Babb in the number 4. Babb setting to the outside of the number 75. Bobby Babb on the move in the IGA hometown. Proud number 4. Trying to find room to the outside of Viva Dragon in the number 75. Coming to the halfway point. 75 down, 75 to go. Have a lap car to contend with. He's way down on the inside. Drivers negotiate by that car all right. Bobby Babb continuing to pound that outside groove. Now in a battle with Gary Johnson. Tangle over in the turn 4 area. Bobby Libby has the number 34 turnabout, trying to refire the car. That will require the caution flag once again. Once again, it'll be Dale Shaw and Viva Dragon bringing the field to turn 4. We look for a start. Green is out. And once again, Dale Shaw will show the way. Viva Dragon to second. Bobby Babb now comes to third as he works his way out and around the 53 of Gary Johnson. Kevin LePage in the 5th place position. Bill Zardo Sr. in a side-by-side battle. Plastic flying from the number 14 of Dave Sinclair. Bradley flying up through traffic. Running out in the 3rd groove of the track. On Top 5 remain the same. Continues to be Dale Shaw, Viva Dragon, Bobby Babb, Gary Johnson, and Kevin LePage in the top 5. Cars on the move among them. Current point leader and defending champion Junior Hanley has begun his march to the front. He has worked himself around Bobby Randall, Danny Knoll, and Tracy Gordon. Spin right here in the front stretch as the number 33 is turned about facing traffic. Matt Bozowski not sitting in an enviable position. Finally gets the car refired. 95 laps recorded on the leaderboard. Jeff Taylor and Derek Lynch on the pit road, along with the 33 of Matt Bozowski. Drivers are directed back into a column of twos, and starter John Holloway will show them a clinched green flag. We should be ready to get back to green next time around. Looking for a start at turn 4. We have it. Dale Shaw once again. Now Bobby Babb from the inside in to challenge Viva Dragon for that second place position. Dragon is going to take it to the outside of race leader Dale Shaw. Johnson in the 4th place position, now looking for room beneath the number 75 of Dragon. Kevin LePage is in 5th. He has all kinds of pressure now from Mike Wheaton and Bill Zarno Sr. Then comes Mike Mayetta and Mike Johnson. Junior Hanley now up knocking on the door of that top 10. Top 5 remain unchanged. And on the move now, defending champion Junior Hanley. As he goes to the outside of Mike Mayetta, now takes a look to the outside of Mike Wheaton in the 35. Junior Hanley with evidently damage that looks much worse than it is, because he is definitely on the move. Now he knocks on the door of the top 5. Takes a look to the outside of Kevin LePage in that 5th place position. Junior Hanley in the number 72 now up to take over the 5th place position. We'll take a look to the outside of Gary Johnson in the 53. Junior Hanley with a march to the front. We have a spin in turn 4. Bobby Libby gets turned about. Gets it back underway, and we stay green. Flat right rear tire, the problem on the number 34. That's the Libby Guide Service. Sun Financial Group, number 34. Bobby Libby, always a strong contender when the tour comes to town. tough luck will take him on a pit road. Junior Hanley flying on the outside. Outside of Bobby Babb now for position number 2. And now challenging Dale Shaw for the lead. Junior Hanley looking for his 5th feature win in 1993. Tangles with Dale Shaw. They get together and trade some paint. Shaw trying to hang on the lead, unable to do it as Junior Hanley assumes the point. Working in lap 113, your new leader, Junior Hanley. Hanley immediately putting distance on Dale Shaw. Hanley demonstrating why he is a champion in this sport of auto racing. Quickly putting distance between himself and the rest of the field after having some shaky moments earlier in this one. Junior Hanley would appear to have things in hand. By himself and back in position 2. It continues to be Dale Shaw, followed by Bobby Babb, Beaver Dragon, and Gary Johnson. Then comes Kevin LePage, Mike Johnson, unofficially Mike Wheaton, Tracy Gordon, and Bob Randall. Spin down in turn 1. Have a car back into the sand barrier. I believe it is the 53 of Gary Johnson. Pace car will dart onto the infield pit road. Green is out. Bobby Babb right up the inside to take over position number 2. He will try to rein in race leader Junior Hanley now. Mike Johnson up to pressure. Dale Shaw now for that 3rd place position. once again, Junior Hanley establishing himself a rather comfortable lead. Twenty laps to go as they cross the stripe this time. 1:30 down, 20 to go. Junior Hanley turning the track in about 15.7 seconds. Certainly a good time for late in a feature event such as this. Up to lap the number 53 of Gary Johnson. Continues to widen his lead over Bobby Batt, who is your second place competitor. Then comes Dale Shaw in third, Mike Johnson is fourth, and Kevin LePage in fifth. Gary Johnson trying to find a way to challenge Dale Shaw now for that third place position. Johnson takes a look to the outside of the number 23. Will make a bid to the outside out of turn number 4. 10 laps to go, indicated by our starter, John Hulbert. Oh, we have a spin right down in turn number 1. Drivers do a nice job of avoiding two cars there. The 0 Billy Penfold and the 1X of Brad Layton. Green is out. This time, Dale Shaw dives to the inside to take over position number 2. Drops Bobby Batt back to the third place position. Then comes Mike Johnson. In a battle for the fifth place position between Kevin LePage and Mike Wheaton. Starter indicates it will be just 2 laps to go after this one. White flag comes out for Junior Hanley with his half straightaway lead over Dale Shaw. Then comes Bobby Batt, Mike Johnson, and Kevin LePage. Mike Johnson now taking a bid to the outside of the number 4 of Bobby Batt. checkered flag is down. Junior Hanley, Dale Shaw, Bobby Babb, Mike Johnson, and Kevin LePage. Your top 5. Well, feature event number 5 for Junior Hanley. Gentleman who looked like this was certainly not going to be his night certainly proved that the cosmetic part is not what makes that number 72 go, because it is certainly torn up on the right rear and the right front. But he was able to prevail once again, capturing his 5th feature event for the 93 season, and get back here to the start-finish line area. Outstanding run by Dale Shaw in the Hills RV number 23, and a great run by Wyndham's Bobby Babb in the Wetera IGA Hometown Proud number 4. And the defending champion here at the Beech Ridge Motor Speedway in the number 30, the RJ Grondin Polar Beverages car of Mike Johnson. Junior Hanley returns the colors to the start-finish line area.
Bobby, congratulations.
Thank you. A little winded right now. It's hot out there. But them guys, they drove a good race, Junior and Dale. And we didn't need the last restart. But I want to thank Waterell Food Distributors, Super Value, and IGA, because they put this deal together, and they're the best sponsor out here.
3rd place finish for the Babb team. Must put a real, must make the team real happy at this point in the season.
Yeah, I'm real happy. We've been pretty close all year, and we haven't quite got over that hump. We'll get one.
Larry Chandler from Coca-Cola is here with your 3rd place presentation.
After that last restart,
We didn't really need it, but 3rd's better than 4th.
you did a good job, Robert. Congratulations.
Ladies and gentlemen, finishing 3rd, Bob Babb. Dale Shaw, 2nd place. Congratulations.
Thank you. That's like a win here at Beech Ridge for me. We don't usually get all that good here, but the Hills RVs, Plum Powder Automotive, R.D. Roy Transport, Dave's Competition Engines, RWR, Oldsmobile was running real good tonight.
Was it, were the tires going towards the end?
Well, I don't know if they were going any worse than anybody else's, but the guy that won it hit it twice for tires, and he had a lot better rubber, and that's the name of the game.
Larry Chandler from Coke, 2nd place presentation.
Did a fine job.
Thank you very much, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, finishing 2nd, Dale Shaw. Junior, congratulations. Well, after the spin out at the beginning, you brought the car back up to the field. Must be pretty happy with your 5th feature win this year.
I got bumped a couple times really bad, and one in the right rear and one in the right front, but whatever the bump was must have made the car work better, because it worked better after that.
Oh, looked pretty good. Congratulations, Larry Chandler from Coca-Cola, 1st place presentation.
Congratulations, Junior. That's one hell of a race. I'd like to present you this jacket and this trophy.
Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, taking the Coca-Cola 150, Junior Hanley. We'll send it back topside to Bruce Elder. Bruce, back to you.
Thank you, Dave. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that wraps up our evening here at the Beech Ridge Motor Speedway, and we're certainly glad that you chose to spend it with us. If you are headed home, as always, we urge you to please drive carefully. If you would like to stay around for a bit and get out on the track and talk with some of these drivers, you certainly will have the opportunity to do so. And now for the staff here at the Beech Ridge Motor Speedway, the Cusack family, Tom Curley and the American Canadian Tour Goodwrench Tour staff, we bid you a good evening.